Hey everybody, I think we are live. My laptop is saying that it's currently unable to connect the chat. Not that anybody can message me to tell me whether that is true or not. So what I'm going to do is put a plea out to anybody that knows me and who can message me to tell me whether or not the live chat is working, because YouTube, every time I set up a live feed, something is live session for Abbie Bikes Britain. I'm in the shed. I was just about to sit outside and it started raining. So we've got a live stream from the shed, which I think is kind of fun actually. Blue's behind me here, still broken and destroyed if you tuned into yesterday's Instagram live. Anna's going to be joining me shortly, but I may have to disconnect from this live feed if the comments aren't working, which currently I don't think they are because there are no comments. I'm on my phone because I'm just seeing if I have any messages or if I can even see the live feed, and therefore it says that I'm live. Can I watch myself? That's a bit weird. Let me have a look. Yes, I can. See, I can see you guys on the live feed, but on my phone, but not on my computer. Okay, then we're using the live feed on it. How weird is that? So this is you, but I can't see it on my computer, so I'm going to have to use my phone. That is weird. Good to see you guys are here, though. So thank you for messaging me. I'm a bit hot and flustered. I'm struggling with my temperature at the moment. Let's open the door, get some O2 in here. Cool. And as I say, Anna's going to be joining us shortly. That's really good that I've got you guys on the feed. I quite like the shed vibe. What do you guys think? It's pretty chill, you know. Just we don't have a shed, so I can't do it in the shed. We're currently in Cumbria. For those of you guys who have tuned into any of the sessions recently, the Facebook ones and the Instagram one, you'll know that we're up in Cumbria for the month, just sort of scouting it out as a region. I know Cumbria pretty well. Anna doesn't, so it's really nice that she's here and we're just out and about doing the odd little thing. Obviously still working. We've got a really good friend with us as well at the moment, so it's nice, good vibes. We had a tiny little canoe session, rowing session on Derwent Water today, which is very fun. And we also did some pottery. If you saw my Instagram story, that was super cool as well. So yeah, it's good stuff, nice and steady. So first of all, we kick this off as though it's a sort of one of the traditional live sessions that we normally do, and I like to ask sort of how people are doing. So it'd be really nice actually to flip that a little bit. So 1 hand up as an emoji if you've seen the first episode, 2 hands up if you've seen both episodes, and 3 hands up if you've seen all 3 of the Abbie Bikes Britain episodes that have gone live over the last few days. So pleased to have these episodes out. It's surreal, really, that they're officially live, and it's really special as well to be able to share our story with you, or most of our story with you. As you can infer through the films, so much happened during our Abbie Bikes Britain trip, and it was pretty stuff heavy and emotion heavy, but at the same time some sort of very practical issues. One of the situations that doesn't make the final films is the UK fuel crisis. So in September of 2021 there was a fuel crisis. People were mass buying fuel and there wasn't enough to go around because people do that kind of thing, and we got a bit stuck, ran out of fuel. So we ended up spending the night on a petrol forecourt, and the chap who worked at the petrol station, shout out to Simon, was a real sport, and he looked after us. And when the tanker came in the next morning, we basically were able to get some fuel, which was super cool. So hang on a minute, I've got door issues, people. Apologies. Let's just there we go. That's gonna let some air in. Anyway, looking at the live feed on my phone, not my laptop, because that's not working, I can see you guys appreciate the shed, so thank you. And good to see lots of hands up. That's fantastic. Awesome stuff. So, guys, the main purpose of this this live feed is to answer any questions that you have in relation to Abbie Bikes Britain, in relation to Wild, in relation to anything really. But the one request I have off the back of this live session is if you have watched the films and you have a favourite scene, or if you're about to finish watching another episode, I'd really appreciate you taking a picture of that scene or of that episode on your phone and tagging us across social media with hashtag spend more time in the wild, hashtag Abbie Barnes, and then actually tag me as Abbie Barnes Wild on Instagram or whatever I am on Facebook, and just get it'd be really nice to sort of build that community element, and to share the films in that way, and hopefully be able to reach more people. And really appreciate your support in that. So that'd be an amazing little thing. And actually, if you want to do that right now whilst we're on this live feed, I'm not moving around much, so if you want to just leave me waffling in the background, so to speak, and crack on with that, that'd be super cool. You can even do this live feed as a picture and tag us on social media, whether it's stories or posts. That'd be fantastic. And as I say, it feels weird to be looking at my phone, but I'm looking at because this is the live stream. It's not working on my laptop, so that's that. So Hendrik is asking, do you plan to make a shorter edit to show at outdoor festivals? That's a really good question. If I had the budget, I'd really like to do that, actually, because I think we've got a good story. And to be an outdoor festival, I believe, is basically an hour or 90 minutes. And yeah, it would be really nice to do that, but that's definitely going to cost a bit more in post-production. I think actually being able to talk about costs is something that's important when it comes to expeditions, because I think quite often it can look like, we very easily managed to raise the money, or, one of the questions is, why didn't we raise money for charity off the back of Abbie Bikes Britain? And I've answered all of that in the FAQs page on my website. I don't want to butcher the waffling on this live session right now, but you can find a more intricate answer there. But when it comes to the cost, this was a non-for-profit expedition. So we crowdfunded the money, essentially. We didn't want this to be a top-down project, but a bottom-up project to show that the power of community can really help get a message out there. And to be honest, the fundraising was challenging in the sense that I really don't like asking people for money. It's tough. I'm much more about use your voice. That's where the power is. So just like with sharing this message, as I just asked you to do across social media, that has a lot of potential power to it. Bobby's here, Anna's here, and where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. The question was, film festivals. If we had more money, I think we'd definitely go for a film cut, but currently we don't. Hello. The crew is here. So we have a technological issue in the sense that the live feed is not showing on the computer, so we have it here.
That's interesting.
Yes. How are you?
I'm all right. A bit fresh. Just started raining, and it is a bit coldy, and a little bit all over the place in my head, but generally good. How is everybody?
Everybody's good. Look at all the hands we've got for watching films. Yeah, there's a lot of frees there, Free hands.
A lot of frees.
One hand per episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to take control of the tech?
I can do
We've just answered Hendrik's question.
Okay.
Film festivals. I saw there are more questions there.
Do you have any plans on sending the film? Okay, that's the same. Yeah.
That's funny.
Is
Two
that
questions at the same time.
The bike.
This is the bike. Yeah, blue. Currently in need of urgent hospital attention. If you're unsure, watch my Instagram live. Then you'll know why.
Nicola is asking, any plans for a wild group hike up Scarfield Pike?
I told you about that the other day, didn't I? In the car.
Did you?
Yeah, remember I said. So, if you follow my socials, last month I passed my mountain leader assessment. So I'm a mountain leader, so I can take people up Scarfield Pike. And it's actually one of the walks that we did, isn't it, for Abbie Bikes Britain? It was a good day, wasn't it? Yeah.
And that's really nice.
There you go. So there are potentially plans. I think the wild walk potential is pretty endless. So what I would encourage you to do is stay tuned. And actually, guys, that's a really nice opportunity. We're up in the lakes, and I'm running 2 walks in the Lake District the last weekend of May. And I noticed you were in there. And I've got a few spaces left on the Saturday and the Sunday. It's the 28th and the 29th of May. So if you're in the area and you want to join us for a walk, we've got an 11.5 mile walk on the Saturday and a 6.5 followed by a cafe stop on the Sunday. So spend more time in the wild.co.uk and you can book your place there for our wild walks. That's a bit of promotion. There you go.
I don't know if I can make sense of this, Beverly is asking, have you ever been on the cliff path to Talent?
Oh, that's part of the coastal path.
Oh, okay.
I would say yes, because I've done the Southwest Coastal Path, but I don't remember completely.
Also, I'm just saying, I just got given this, and I love the t-shirt. I didn't put it on especially for you guys. We've been pottering earlier, and I haven't changed. So, standing with Ukraine, all the way.
I'm just messy. There's even clay up here. Look at this clay pan.
I think I should post one of the pictures of Abbie earlier. She had full-on wall paint on. There we go. I've got my first Duke of Edinburgh expedition on Friday, hoping it will improve my mental health and well-being. Do you have any tips that I can carry through to it?
I want to say scrap the Duke of Edinburgh packing list and just take less stuff. Because DOV is so like stereotypical, like everything like from literally the kitchen sink hanging off the back of your rucksack. So my advice to not break the rules, because I got kicked off DOV for being able to read them out, what is to keep your pack as light as possible, okay? Because that's going to really just aid comfort. Take lots of deep breaths to stay mindful and in the moment, because obviously it's, you know, quite navigational heavy, and navigation can often lead to you with your head down. Look up, look up, look up. That's a very good mantra. If you have a map in your hand, look up, because it's learning to read the landscape and be in the landscape. And that's definitely going to be a good skill to aid you moving forward and build your relationship with the place you're walking through. Have a good time. It should be good.
Favorite path up Snowdon?
We've only done 2, 3. I haven't done the Watkins, but I have a feeling it's going to be the Watkins. But out of the... Oh, I have done Cribgoth, the end.
Okay.
Cool.
Would you ever consider a multi-day hike cycle that you're leading?
Yes.
Cool.
Stay tuned. There's only so much one can say without committing oneself to.
Can I just say I love all of the support for my shirt
and
for
stuff.
Yes,
That's
and generally I think we have to speak out about it. I saw a beautiful little clip of a German politician who was asked to say something about the war in Russia, and he said, "Stop the war, go home, mic drop." That's it. You gotta stop fighting. There needs to be more love in this world. Less fighting. Oh, Kate is saying, can you talk about how Anna has empowered you personally?
Well, she drove the van, that helped. I love you.
Time for me to go.
That's a very hard question to answer. Do you know what? Since meeting Anna, it's been a massive journey. And I think the number one thing that I feel like I can share off the top of my head is the consistency of having somebody by your side when you don't believe in yourself. It's one thing having like friends or family or somebody, you know, telling you you can do something. But in the situation of a partnership, somebody is with you all the time, even if they're not with you. And therefore, that message of learning to believe in yourself, like I was on it before, but then having somebody so consistently, unconditionally loving me, like that's what's made the difference. I should write a book on that. How Anna empowered me. I think that'd be a good book, don't you? Yeah.
Probably. Hopefully. Sorry, I'm trying to. What did you and me, not you and Anna, you and me, do to celebrate our phenomenal 2,000 mile achievement?
Well, this one arranged a rather special finishing thing, which didn't make the films.
Not alone. Shout out to you, Badger.
Yeah, Badger.
And the rest of the crew.
Yeah, it was really nice, wasn't it? What was it called? The Apple Tree or something?
Apple Tree Cafe. Yeah.
Apple Tree Cafe near Land's End. Highly recommend.
Oh, beautiful food.
They put on a vegan spread for us, didn't they? And it was some of the people who'd walked with us, part of the wild community, who came and celebrated, welcomed us, as you can see in the films, at Land's End. And then some stuck around and we camped together and we had a nice fire. And it was really special, actually, wasn't it? It was really nice.
Yeah.
Bobby was there. Yeah, that was good. That was our real celebration, wasn't it? After that, it was a freaking whirlwind, man. It was like, get back, take the van back, empty the van, take the van back, shoot the post expedition interviews, which was pretty stressful. Then it was just go. It was literally like 2 or 3
And then
weeks.
it then life just came back.
Straight in. It was no rest and
oh,
we're home. Let's just reconnect.
No, I only
other.
had 10. Not even. I had a week at home, and then life just completely washed me away because I lost another member of my family, and a kind of a birthday trip of for my birthday in Germany turned into a long time in Germany because of death. So it if anything, I want to say that now is a celebration of just taking a breather and actually looking back at the year and what we've come through.
I'd really agree with that. It's we can't even over exaggerate how unbelievably stressful and busy this time has been. We've hardly had any time together that hasn't been work related in some way or just job related. And that's what this time is up here. Like we're just trying to chill and have a nice time. Bobby is just.
I think he wants more.
I would like some din-dins, please. Yes, I would, sir. So this is our R&R a year later.
Half a year. Have you ever thought of doing the Camino de Santiago?
Yes, I have. Is that the one my dad did? Dave, did you do that one? I think you did that one. Yeah. Dave, if you were to sum up that hike in one word, what would you sum it up as? You'll comment in the comments because that's what you comment.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Any ideas how to stop nosebleeds up mountains?
Slow down.
I was going to say
that's
it's
high
too
blood
much
pressure.
Yeah.
Unless you've got severe altitude sickness, then go down because that's bad.
Would you do the Slate Trail?
Yeah, it's on the agenda. I met 2 lasses a few weeks ago on the Welsh Coastal Path. Shout out to Sarah Williams, hiking the Welsh Coastal Path right now. And the 2 lasses, they'd just done the Slate Trail and highly recommended it, which was really cool. And Anne, who you've seen in some of the films, she's also done it. So, yes.
Any plans to hike in the Netherlands at some point? We don't have many mountains to speak of, but the landscapes can still be rather inspiring. I've talked about it. I would love to go to the Netherlands and go into the flower fields and stuff like that.
Okay, let me.
Maybe the Netherlands would be a good cycling destination.
I was going to say, and also, is there a route you can recommend? Because that would be helpful, won't it?
Yeah.
So I understand the reading and talking is hard to follow.
Did the GoPro you dropped in the water on the Cleveland Way ever dry out properly?
Let's just say no. Yeah, it did. It dried out. It had a lot of salt crystals in it, but then I don't know. When you're on the trail, the last thing you want is glitchy kit. So I still have it, but it's to backup for a backup, if that makes sense. Actually, did I give it to a friend? Is that the one I gave Fleming? Or did I give him the 7?
Might be.
Maybe I gave it to someone.
I don't know. Karen is asking, will there be another Abbie and Anna show talking about your time on Abbie Bikes Britain?
That's a good question. Arguably, this is it.
Maybe.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, Robert, why don't you want to settle today, hey? Something is not right. Let me go and see the other mother. Would you write a book about your cycling?
Yes. When I can actually force myself to slow down and not put everything else in.
And maybe the book is going to be even juicier than the films.
Yeah. Juicier. Good word. The juicy book. Not what you think, you dirty-minded person.
Favorite hike in the Peak District?
I haven't done very many. Okay, I haven't done many, but I did a walk a few weeks ago around Froggatt Wood and sort of just that area, and it was unplanned, and I really enjoyed that. So that. How about you?
In the Peaks, well, I've done one. I mean, you know,
It's cool,
I think it's still a huge achievement that most people have not achieved, that I've actually walked in every national park.
Yes! That's my girl. Sorry, Robert. It's okay.
Funny question to good mood. Are you ticklish? If so, where?
Who the frick is asking that? Who is asking that? Who is asking that?
Wait.
Sarah Johnson. Sarah Johnson. We have to talk. I'm not ticklish. Don't tickle me. This is public. No. I'm highly restrained and controlled and basically a kung fu master in the ticklish land. See?
Truth is, Abbie is very ticklish, and I have my ticklishness so much under control that it's actually irritating. Yeah, it is. It's even boring for me because I'd like to be able to be tickled once in a while, and it very rarely works.
I'm scared to try and tickle her.
Because the problem is, there was a time, maybe this is a topic for an Abbie and Anna show, but I think I've suppressed it so much that I'm trying to let go of the suppression a little bit, but it makes me very I want to punch the person who tries to tickle me, because I think there's some trauma connected to all of this.
So to answer the question, I'm really, really, really ticklish.
Really?
Like stupidly ticklish.
Oh, we were asked that today. Did you watch the Eurovision? No, we didn't. We knew it was on, but
I didn't know it was on.
Oh, I did, but only because I was in the car listening to the radio.
That's singing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know where every European country sends somebody to sing a...
Isn't that the X Factor? I like to ride my bicycle. Maybe I should go on it. The X Factor, right? See, I tickle her like this.
Yeah. If you could choose any other activities, what would it be? Will we see Abbie snowboarding?
Yeah, let's go. I'd love to do some snowboarding. Oh, yes, please. Actually, I've really wanted to pick up a skateboard for a while now, haven't I? Like, I've been saying it since before we were a thing, but the last few months, more seriously. Like, so I really, really want to get a skateboard and get back into that. It's going to be hilarious, because I'm going to be terrible. But I mean, it's so...
Pretty much for the past 2 years.
Yeah, and it's so nice to do something where you learn. And I feel like so much of day-to-day life. And that's what I really enjoyed about my mountain leader assessment. Is like, I'm up there and it's like, man, I'm learning stuff. And then like the rope work, for example, like confidence roping and abseiling and belaying. It's like, I don't know how to do this. Like, you have to learn. And I get a proper kick from it. So anyway, snowboarding, climbing, I'd like to do more of that, or at least the Via Ferrata stuff's really fun. Do you know what? I think I'd say yes to everything right now. The only thing I would say no to, or would have said no to in the past, is like caving and like cave diving. What would you say no to?
I think not clipping, climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free solo.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bit.
Diving is a bit of a dodgy one for me as well. I'm cool with snorkeling and stuff. Diving, holding your own breath, I can.
Free diving,
Yeah. There's certain extreme things that I'm not a huge fan of. There's something inside of me that goes, if people are generally not there, we're probably not meant to be there, and I find it kind of just goes against my nature to push through that unnecessarily. Yeah. If you got a 1 or a MBE from the Queen, what do you expect it? What's an MBE?
That's a thing you get when you do big things. MBE is good.
It's like the sword.
Is that where you become a
knight?
A date? Oh yeah. I would accept. Why would I not? I'd go in there in my shining armor, on my kilt.
Matt, we miss Bob too. He just ran away. We don't know where he is.
He just left. Oh, there he is.
Daddy, you heard you.
Daddy.
He couldn't go.
He
in.
came on a boat today. He was very good. I'll share a post of that. Actually. I know I've spammed the social media recently. Also, is the social media. Bobby, did you miss us?
But
on the trip though, I'm not gonna lie, I did at points, but it would have been really tough having Bobby with us the whole time, wouldn't it? Abbie Bikes Britain.
Oh
yeah, it wouldn't work from the walks.
I think he would have been so miserable from day 5.
Yeah, and I think also like I Anna knows the extent of this, and perhaps my family. Like I don't function well if Bobby is in my mind. Like I'm worrying about him, even to the state of like going shopping. I'm constantly thinking about him. So it just would have been very impractical.
Mammy is asking if I'm ever blessed enough to get to the UK and could only hike one hike. What is the suggestion?
Are we multi-day or day hike?
Well, one hike.
Okay, well I'll do both scenarios. If you can do
circumference of the UK.
If you can do a multi-day, I always recommend the coast to coast actually, because you get such variety in it. But then a day hike, man, that's tricky. Depends what you like, depends how far you want to go. I don't know, something on the southwest coastal path. It's always beautiful down there, or something up here in the lakes, or Scotland. No, can't answer that question. It's too hard. Next question.
Oh, I think we need to watch the CJ. Is that about the Eurovision Song Contest? Did the Ukraine actually win?
Sometimes I enjoy language. I'm
trying to come, Bobby. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to listen. Nothing is working. Oh,
the UK.
Well, that would be cool. That sounds like a good.
Bobby's snowboarding now. Go.
This is why we didn't bring him up.
Yeah,
on
this is.
Also, the appreciation for your X Factor comment. Okay, would you ever try the Monarch's Way end to end?
That's a long one. A friend of mine's currently planning on doing that. I think I'll just watch.
Who?
Anne.
Oh, how long is it?
Is that the 600 odd one? It's long.
Would you come to Australia?
Yeah, mate. Got asked that the other day. Love to come across to Auslan. Go eat some. Our neighbour's coming to say hello. Go and eat some. I'm thrown off now. Never mind. Yes, is the answer. Yes, I would. Oh, he's coming.
How are we doing?
Sorry, wait.
One a piece for you.
Oh, thank you.
You like them? Freshens you one of them.
Very kind. We're just on a video call at the moment. But yeah, we're great. Thank you.
It's been a nice day.
It's been a lovely day.
Oh, you've been sick, so.
Not yet. We will.
Take this lady with you now, eh?
Yeah,
take your camera.
Yeah, we will.
You know what road is up at Redgate, eh?
Yeah, got it. Thank
you. Someone was saying there's 3 women for Carlisle come about maybe 10 days back. They were out 60. They say it's all the Vikings, that church.
Bobby's pretty Leave it now.
Aye.
James, you just live. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Bobby, leave it. Leave it.
We have Milky Ways. You've always wanted a butler. What's a bit out?
I cannot believe that.
Keep rolling, keep rolling.
All right.
Natural.
What other YouTubers would you like to do a multi-day hike with?
I want you. Do I want to share that or not? Would you like to Milky Way? I don't know if I can comment on that one. So I'm trying to build relationships with more people doing this kind of thing. And I tell you what, it's really helpful because we're all dealing with like similar struggles, although this is quite niche. And yeah,
this is how you can tickle me.
yeah. So I would and I will be at some point. That's all I have to say on that one. Right, let's keep going. Everybody's like, what is happening?
Okay, thank you for the education on the whole MBE situation, and especially Hendrik. I can work with Bundesverdienstkreuz, which is a perfect example of a German word, isn't it?
Is that what it stands for? Member of the British Empire? I did not know that. Well, I'm already a member of the British Empire. I live here.
I bet James is too.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
Abbie, do you have plans to climb the Three Sisters of Glencoe in Scotland?
Tony, can you take me up the Three Sisters in Scotland? I don't know what that is actually. Jeez, I don't know much.
The Three Sisters?
Yeah. Is that like the Ative thing? And then
what's Ative?
There's the herdsman of. I'm not functioning. That's really thrown me. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few big famous peaks up there.
Have you walked or planned to cycle the Hebridean Way?
I have planned a walk. I just haven't walked it yet.
Your granddad had an MBE, Abbie. Thanks, Dave.
Really?
Wow.
Which granddad? Granddad? No. Really? Am I famous? Because he had an MBE. Aw, I didn't even know that about my granddad.
Eurovision Song Contest update. Ukraine won, UK second, Germany last.
I withheld.
I chose the right country to live in.
Vegemite. Why is Rachel shouting Vegemite? Rachel, calm down.
Get some corks for your hat.
Oh, because we're on Australia. Like we're behind.
Australia, mate.
I want to see what people.
Where are the best places to hike to get away from people?
Antarctica. Do you know what?
This is turning into an Abbie and Anna show.
My recommendation would be just start early, or set out for your walk halfway through the day, because that tends to be what I do shooting films. There's a time and place for having people in my films, but I like to get landscape shots without people in. So I always set out really early, and that's why I end up exhausted because I put so much pressure on myself.
Oh. Somebody's digging. What's your favourite city in Scotland? Glasgow and the suburbs. We've learned that yesterday. Day before yesterday.
Oh yeah, okay.
What size shoe are you?
Depends. I wear Vivos quite a lot and I use a 7. But then in hiking boots, normally I'm an 8. But then my last 8 boots and then hiking boots were too small. So then I was 8.5. What size shoe are you?
Bigger.
Generally a bit bigger. Eh?
No, I'm an 8.5. Well, 8.5 again in hiking boots. A bit bigger. A cow is just weighing in front of our faces.
This is dramatic.
John Rogers mentioned you as one of his favorite hiking YouTubers.
That's nice. Hey, door slammed.
What's your favorite mountain to hike, to climb in the lakes?
I don't have a favorite. That's too hard.
Oh, it was your great granddad who had the MBE.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
This love session is awesome. You do wild hikes, but would you consider wild bike trips?
I thought I was going somewhere else. Yes, I would consider bike trips, definitely. I probably should learn some bike maintenance first.
Serious question.
Oh no.
When are we going to get married?
Oh god.
Good question. Conversations have happened.
You successfully made me go quiet. I'm sweating.
We're on the same page. It's not in the diary for this year. We're still recovering from Abbie Bikes.
Wow. Let the wife answer that one.
We have. No, I don't know if this is going too
No,
far.
this is all too far.
Okay.
Jeez, is it hard in here?
Wild wedding. I don't know. I think why it suits.
Someone ask you another question now.
Quick.
Would you like a Milky Way?
How many punctures did you suffer on the trip?
None.
0.
I still haven't had a puncture. I just,
I wish the church would let me offer to take the marriage.
Stop.
YouTube is a much better platform for live sessions, Mrs. and the Abbie and Anna show. I did wonder whether we're ever going to get back to that.
Did you? I did at some point.
Yeah, it has crossed.
Life has just been so freaking full.
Ooh, do you go to parties if invited?
I haven't been invited to a party.
This one is a very anti-party animal.
Well, I haven't been invited to it. Yeah, I wouldn't go.
Actually, you
It
know what?
depends, actually.
Passing by, I didn't read it out because I didn't want to put you on the spot. But in one of the live sessions, I realized that somebody asked you to come to their birthday party.
I've had parties, weddings, and funeral invitations through Wild. Let's just say if I took everybody up on everything I was offered, Wild wouldn't be a thing anymore because I would be doing other things. I very much appreciate the invites. I'm in a hole now.
Steve, I love your question.
Oh no.
If you do get married, can Milky Way Man be the best man?
Yeah, I like James. He's nice.
He's such a good guy.
Look at this. We got given Milky Ways. Can I just say, never mind. I want to say no. Okay.
Which national park surprised you the most, good or bad, on Abbie Bikes Britain?
Northumberland. Hadn't really spent much time there before, other than walking the Hadrian's Wall path, and I think we went there once or twice as a family. It is barren, man. Like, there's like no people, and the Cheviot, like the journey to get to the start of the Cheviot was like literally driving through the Australian bush. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. What about you? Oh, and no, I won't take that because you might say that as well.
What surprised me the most? I find it hard to say it surprised me because I didn't have any expectations, but I really was taken by the beauty of the Pembrokeshire coast.
Yeah.
And the Broads.
And the New Forest we found.
The New Forest was really, really nice.
That's what I was going to say after that.
Yeah. The Broads was just a weird homely feeling to me. It was very...
It was calming.
I
liked it, but I couldn't have hung around for long.
No. Too flat. How often do you get recognized these days when you're on the trail? And do you think that's a positive or negative thing?
Positive. I have my days where I find it hard.
When you do want to be away from people.
Yeah, because, part of this is managing my own mental space. And part of that is definitely, like, I think I'm also really coming to terms, like, I need, like, we've talked about it a lot. We need our retrospective space, but I'm definitely, like, I'm very capable and able to sort of be solo and compartmentalized. And on a busier trail where the recognition is quite continuous, it's a bit tricky. But at the same time, it's a massive gift because without sharing too many spoilers, recently on the West Highland Way, like, it really helped me finish that trail. The generosity and kindness of people. And I'm not going to lie, I think part of that was just they knew who I was. It was really special. It opens doors to a deeper connection straight away with people. So it's not even 50-50. It's probably like 90-10 in terms of positive. There's just times where I find it tricky because it really is frequent now.
Or it's after 15 people I have recognized, you're on a day and you're just like, oh, this is getting hard to actually shoot, or this is hard to even think, or stuff like that. Then it gets hard. Obviously, since we've been up here, quite a few people have approached Abbie, and it's just always nice. It's so beautiful to see how many people are impacted and stuff like that. I would say, I agree with you. 90+%. It's just very, very nice. Have you ever been walking in Lion.
Lion. Leon. No, that's Leon.
Leona.
No, I haven't actually. I will.
What was the most enjoyable bit of Abbie Bikes Britain? When she was on the bike and didn't have to talk to me.
Well, that's rude.
That was sarcasm. That was. Can you even call it sarcasm? That was not.
I did enjoy the cycling. No, what I enjoyed about the cycling, if I compartmentalize it, because there's really like two main parts, isn't it? Cycling and hiking and everything in between, I suppose. But the cycling, I really enjoyed when I could push myself. I need to push myself, and that just, it feels good. And then the hiking, the hikes, the end were really special. Having that time to connect with people, and just slow the pace down, pressure off, really good fun. Yeah, how about you? Favorite part?
I think it was very enjoyable when I knew that Abbie was in a good place, in the sense of that I knew she was fed properly, she was doing all right on the bike, and the mental space was going all right, because it limited my worries, because all of that sort of was my worry, to make sure that whatever she wanted, needed, or potentially might feel like was around, in order for her to be able to keep going.
Waffles?
Yeah. Jeez, the biggest panic was when we thought we only had 2 waffles left.
It's not enough.
All right. I'm trying to. So we are officially now invited to a birthday party on the 2nd of July. We're also getting married on either Ben Nevis or Grip Goch to keep guests limited.
That's a good idea. Who said that?
Well, CJ was saying Ben Nevis, and then Karen is saying Grip Goch.
That's a very good idea.
Niels is asking, Anna, would you consider showing us around? Showing you around where? The shed or where?
Listen, mate, you got to go through me.
Are there any lessons from your experience that you learned that you didn't expect?
To be honest, setting out on this trip, the question was, am I ever going to want to cycle again after this? I've really got quite obsessed with it. I really, really enjoy it. So I think it's not a lesson, but I've learned that it's a tool for me to cope with life. I really enjoy it. What about you? I think the lesson is that I would decide before a longer expedition to actually shut off from everything else in life. I would want to make the space to actually experience only the adventure, rather than enabling others to pull me back into the rest of life, because I found that very challenging. Fair enough.
All right, Niels is clarifying, showing us around Germany a bit more along with Abbie. It's such a good variety of fascinating landscapes to hike through. Actually, there are a few hikes in Germany that we have considered. I think we're both, but especially you, kind of still figuring out how much we want to do together, how much that is on brand, so to speak, without taking it too literal, and what we can make happen. Obviously, COVID was a bummer, or a spanner in the works, as you English people say.
Do we?
Yeah, I think you do.
I never said that.
You're not typically
Such
English.
an Allen key in the works.
Such a broom in my
God. Let's go bad. Move on.
Because Abbie wasn't even allowed to join me for funeral, because we're not married. So maybe Ben Nevis, here we come. but
crap.
I think that it's all opening up again, and hopefully there are definitely a couple of trails that I would love to do in Germany, and therefore would love to do with Abbie, because that's really how I want to do it. Yeah.
Do you know what I can say? I can comment on for me. Anna and I have so little time together these days. Wild is my job, and I think this is something that is hard to sort of get across to people. Like, I do this thing full time, and that's not just the creating films, but that is a part of it. When I'm on the trail, I'm working, and what that means, so particularly coming back to the sort of interactions with people situation, is like, that is, my guard isn't down, I'm not relaxed. When I'm with Anna, I want to give her my full attention. And so it's kind of tricky when I have a camera in my hand, or Anna in my other hand.
Got the whole world.
Then it's like I just cannot spread myself 50-50. And what I've learned is I'm either on wild head in personality, or I'm in relationship Abbie, if that makes sense. And so that's what Anna meant when she's sort of referring to me and my figuring this stuff out as well, is how can I make those two work? Because then I just get stressed out, because these are my two lives. They are everything to me. I want to give them both 100%, but the best way that I can show up for these compartments is one at a time. And so it's sort of just figuring that out. But we went in 2020, we went through pretty much all the trails in Germany, didn't we? We highlighted some really nice ones. So definitely stay tuned. There will be more.
Yeah. We also wondered, what would be the best way of doing it? Would we kind of on the trail shoot it all in English, but then we have certain commentary in German? Would we shoot it in English and I do some pieces in German, so we can actually produce it in both languages, just to give it a bit more diversity in wild as well? And I think we're probably slowly approaching a time where we can just get back into the consideration of it all, and we're probably more or closer to figuring out what could I actually see as my job on the trail, in order to free up job time and then personal time in order to cover all the bases in the best potential that we have.
It's a big question. We could sit here and talk for that for many hours, actually, because it's a really sensitive,
very intricate as well.
So yeah, we'll see.
Nice and easy. What's your favourite castle in the UK?
Castle. I love the castles. I really enjoyed Bamburgh Castle in Northumberland in the film. That was really fun, actually.
Beautiful beach.
Yeah, I have a love for the Welsh Conway Carnarvon, just because we went there a lot as kids, and that was just cool memories in my head. Like, wow, castles. I feel deprived of castles, I'm not gonna lie. We might go to Carlisle Castle. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite castle, UK or beyond? Because obviously
I have to say I've not seen too many castles in the UK. I did enjoy a few years ago. I went to Dunnottar Castle in up Aberdeen way, and I very much enjoyed the extreme ruggedness of it. And then from a German perspective, Schloss Neuschwanstein, which is the Disney castle, or it's referred to as the Disney castle, that's much more the sort of castle that I had in vision before I moved here. And there's a lot to say for the beauty of those castles, I would say.
Very different.
Yeah. Overall, I don't even know.
That's a good question.
We
will take a few more, and then we'll need to...
Any plans to do the full Southwest Coastal Path walk?
Not currently. I've thought about it quite a bit, but I think that feels it's more of a pressure than a desire, and I'm not good under pressure. I'm good under pressure, but it has come from myself in the right way.
This is an interesting one because I saw a comment earlier on getting some wild walks that are accessible with public transport. Any thoughts on how to find ways of wild walking in and around cities for those who find it hard to get out to the countryside, people with limited transport options? That actually brings us back to an idea we had for Germany before, right?
We'll come to that in a second, just because I want to say actually factually. First of all, Hiker with 2 eyes, they are evolving their apps to have lots of day hikes and things on there. So first of all, like just get an OS map out, whether it's OS map app, whether it's Hiker app, and look for the green dotted lines. That's a public footpath. You can follow that. So that's a nice way to sort of build your own routes. But another online platform you can use is Komoot. I'm not sponsored by these guys, so I'm just saying. Komoot, essentially, again, people upload their walks and things. It gets a bit chaotic because there's so much stuff on there. But it's a nice way to find a walk that somebody else has done. But as Anna was saying, we have had some conversations. It was actually one of your ideas, wasn't it, to make short films of different walks you can do from major cities.
Yeah, that are accessible. So that my idea. Should we share this? I don't know.
Don't share the whole idea.
No, maybe not.
It's commitment.
Yeah. there are ideas around that. Yeah. And hopefully some of them will come, what do you say, live, come true, manifestation and stuff, and then you can see the tips.
Yeah, there you go.
English with Anna. Okay, I'm trying to make sense of this question. Is the reciprocal love of women deeper than men?
I can't comment on that. Bob, what do you think?
Can you try to explain it for a second?
I don't know. I think it's just to do with like 2 lasses loving each other versus
men. I think women connect on different levels to men. I don't want to generalize. I'm very anti-generalizing because I do think there are men out there as well. There are people of any gender who can connect on deeper levels, if we want to say that. I would say for us, we have.
That's the only thing we can talk about. It's like you can't.
Well, I can't even compare it, right? Because every person is individual, and there's my gender theory in this. I don't believe in man and women. We are all ourselves, and therefore we are defining our gender by just our personality. We live our different traits on different levels, but in the end, we all have everything. Moving on. Are there going to be any outtakes, extra scenes?
I'd like to say yes to that. It depends on time and work capacity. I've got, as I mentioned yesterday in the Instagram live, we've got a few more films coming out or videos coming out. One sort of my cycling kit, talking through that. We've got a van life first impression, little van tour situation. But if we can get around to that, we will. Stay tuned.
Is the Cape Wrath on the cards?
Yeah.
Has been for 2 years. Just hasn't happened. Great.
Jesus, full on discussion going on this one today. I don't have any interaction, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Where have we gone on holiday before? Where do we like going?
Italy?
Yeah, we've been to Italy before.
We haven't had a holiday.
This is a holiday.
That's what I mean.
This is a working day. Working day. Not a holiday.
Working holiday.
Have you done 24 peaks in 24 hours in lakes? Planning to do it?
Maybe. Quick fire now.
All right. Do you have any advice for someone with plantar fasciitis on multi-day walks?
Yeah.
Grit your teeth.
No, don't push it. You've got to stop. You've really got to stop. It's so sad. But it's just going to get worse and worse. The one thing I found really helped me was talking positively to my foot. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it really helped. And also freezing a bottle of water and rolling your foot 2 or 3 times a day, if not more, up and down that ice bottle It really helped to relieve the inflammation, but you have to stay patient. It absolutely sucks. It really sucks.
Where would you say from the videos that are out there was the most epic?
Of mine?
Yeah.
Well, the Abbie Bikes Britain.
No, yours.
Tour de Mont Blanc. I always come back to that. Just life-changing. Definitely.
How do you balance the stress of getting a video out in time without having to overdo it and having 4 months of videos in advance?
Well, I did have videos in advance, but it creeps up on me so quickly, and now we're up to date. So whatever comes out next will be edited probably tomorrow.
Would you ever train for Mount Everest?
Yes. I wouldn't have said yes even a couple of months ago, but yes.
All right. Any other quick fire questions?
Did we
Now
make
is
this
your
at the
time.
bottom?
Yeah.
Way!
Top tips for foot care to avoid blisters, please.
Okay.
Don't hike in new shoes.
About that. No, so socks that aren't too loose because any friction there. Some people find the double layering of socks, too thin socks can really help mitigate friction. Any kind of hot spots, don't ignore them because you will get blisters, just saying. And then yeah, boots, make sure you're going for the right size boot. That's personal to you, but generally bigger than your usual foot size. And one of my practices every evening on the trail is I use this like peppermint foot cream stuff, and I like massage my feet and give them proper airing. If you're interested in more, it's not the highest quality film because it's the old cameras, but I've got a foot care video on the channel. And
keep your nails short.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that might help.
Why was Mont Blanc life changing?
Watch the film.
CJ wants to do the PCT together. When?
When? When?
Oh, Robert.
I don't know. It's a big commitment.
Oh, I think you need to go.
The dog needs a wee. This is my life.
Abbie Bikes Africa? Question mark?
Oh
yes.
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 We would love to go to Africa. That is a dream destination for us. I mentioned before that I have been, but I've promised Abbie from the beginning of our relationship that we're gonna go and see elephants.
My favorite animals are the elephants, and I like them.
What's your least favorite video and why? The snakes.
Oh, why would you do that? I thought you loved me. I don't have a least favorite video. I don't take things down because they are my evolution, if that makes sense. Like, I have to be proud of what I produced at the time, and I was, and I remain.
What are your top 5 highlights from Abbie Bikes Britain that make you smile looking back? Faceplant, 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 faceplant.
Oh, when Anna fell over in the sand, that was, oh gosh, that's the best laugh. That times 5, yeah.
Hi, Trev, back.
I don't know what's happening.
When will the banana song single be released?
Someone's watched the Banana Pig then. Peel banana, peel banana.
Smell banana, smell banana.
I do have a Spotify account now.
Eat banana, digest banana.
Digest banana.
And then?
Banana, banana. Oh, jeez. I feel like we have so many inside jokes, but they're not inside because they're all on YouTube.
Sorry for scaring your dog, Claire. That was not intended. I have a bit of a squeaky voice. I scared the mousies the other day. They didn't want to come out of their mousy hole.
Mousy? I just turned around and Anna's on her hands and knees next to this hole in the earth going, Mousy? Mousy! I'm like, what? Mousy!
I love the mousies.
It reminds me of that sleep situation.
Hello? The other night, about 10 days ago, I come to bed a bit later than Abbie because sometimes I need to have a time off as well.
She does.
It's best when she's asleep. So I'm thinking she's happily sleeping. And I crawl into bed and out of nowhere she goes, hello? It's right, baby. You're at home. But I was in the mountain.
I was climbing the mountain. We're in home. And what did I say?
I was laughing at that point when you told me. Well, you was very
Where
glad.
are we?
Where are we?
Where are we?
And I said, well, we're at home. We're in bed. And she needed reassurance that it was just me and not some random person.
I was still asleep, and I can still visualize exactly where I was. I was in the snow hole in the dark, and I heard this rustling noise in my dream, and obviously it was Anna. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, it makes me laugh. That was a good laugh when I woke up eventually.
Oh, when you went to Italy, did you visit the Dolomites? No, but maybe somebody is going to visit the Dolomites. Oh, you're going in 6 weeks. Interesting. Phil. Abbie is considering going there too, soon-ish. All right.
Last couple, yeah?
That's it. I
we
can't
made it.
see him. Yeah, we're
Hey!
down. Oh, tips for facing the fear of solo wild camping. Ah, there's a video.
There's a video on that.
on that.
Exactly.
Check it out.
Mhm.
Is there anything else we can tell? I think we've
covered some
we've
ground,
laughed
man. That was good
my
stuff.
word.
Yeah, guys, these live sessions are always, never know really what's going to come up. We can't plan anything.
We cannot plan anything.
Oh, James, I feel really rude. Is that because I'm English?
No, I felt rude.
I'm cue to apologise. We'll keep that up just as we finish up.
Yeah.
But no, these live specials are special. These live sessions are so special, and a really nice opportunity for us to interact with you guys as well. And obviously, the point of this was off the back of our Abbie Bikes Britain films, which we have done. Now they're out. It's incredible. And we really just ask, as I said at the beginning, you missed this. But if you have a favourite scene, if there's an episode you've really enjoyed, to just take a screenshot and share it across socials, tag us. We're really grateful for that, and share with as many friends and family as possible, because this is not a message that's exclusive. This includes everybody. We are all one on planet Earth, and we can all make a difference by coming together. And part of that is just literally using our voice and sharing the message. And hopefully through the films we've made, it's very accessible and easy to understand. So we really appreciate that. And of course, if you'd like to support our mission with Wild in any other ways, there's plenty of stuff to get stuck into. I've already mentioned we've got a couple walks at the end of May, a few places left here in the Lake District. There's the store with the Wild t-shirts here. Hoodies and more. So it all really helps to create these films, to give more talks. If you're, again, in the Lake District, I'm speaking at the Keswick Mountain Film Festival. We're going to be there together, aren't we? On Saturday and Sunday, so come along and say hi. But otherwise, that's it, really. Crazy, hey?
Jeez, I can't believe we filled the hour.
Oh, I know. It goes quickly, yeah.
Yeah, especially with all the giggling.
But thank you guys for tuning in. It's been really special. Do you have any final words of wisdom?
Wisdom. I'm lacking the wisdom these days. I don't really. I'm a little bit overwhelmed in my brain, I think, by the day. I loved it. I found this a very, very good one. I think I agree with CJ that maybe it's just a day, but YouTube is definitely a great platform to do those. It felt very natural and organic. Yeah. Maybe this is the comeback of the AA show. Yeah? Yeah? Well, I don't know. You want to make a commitment to that? Live on TV. TV? Are we on Netflix? Let's get this to I don't know how much, and then we'll do it. How much what? Likes. How many likes? Okay. Well, we're on 54. Yay! 57. 100? No. People have to want it. Oh, you're not just so keen. I know this one. Listen, if it feels right, we'll do it. No, we have to feel into that. We're getting back in the flow. I do want to. Let's commit to it. Oh, geez, okay, that flipped quickly. Sometimes I just need a moment. You should know that. I like pancakes.
Beige. Beige food.
Oh, this has to end now. All right, guys. We love you. We're so grateful for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following Wild, for supporting us. It really means the world when you guys show up for these sessions, because it reminds us.
It would be pretty sad without you. Generally, Wild would be very sad without every single one of you. So don't underestimate your value.
Yeah, you all count.
Generally.
Exactly. And we're just so grateful. But enjoy your adventures wherever you're heading. Make sure you look after yourself. Make sure you let someone know where you're going. Stay safe. And we will see you soon for sure, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are.
Lots of love.
Stay wild.
Stay wild.
Wow.
Wow.